What's up, guys? It's David coming at you from Organic Priced Books with a new release of a reprint. Today we're looking at the Invincible Iron Man Volume 1, which, is, of course, a reprint. But we get 3 different covers, which is great. I always love when we have a lot of covers. You get to choose your pick. Which one are you going to do? Now, you have, of course, let me show you them. In order, you got the standard right here. Very cool. I like that. Now, there's a difference. This one actually says the Invincible Iron Man in the top. Here is the spine for this one. Let me move these to the side a little bit so you can focus on it. There you go. My Iron Man shirt. Bing, bong. The spine. All right. You get the KIRBY DM. Here you go. Spine. And the back. And then you get the second DM and the third cover, which is basically a modernization of the KIRBY one, which again is cool. And now both of these say, there's the spine at the back, of course. Both of these say Tales of Suspense in the top instead of the Invincible Iron Man, so just be aware of that. Now from these 3, which is David's pick? I like the 3 of them. They're very, very cool covers. If you get any of them, that's great. Really, you can't lose on these. I would say they're all 3 amazing covers. But for David's pick, it's going to be the standard. I really like that this one has the actual Invincible Iron Man on the top. And then the drawing on this is great for Iron Man. I really, really like that interpretation of it, or the cover on that from the artist looks great. I think this is my favorite cover from the 3 of them. But again, like I said, if you pick any of them, they're great. They're really cool as well. The KIRBY is classic. This is cool. You get to see him basically transforming into Iron Man, picking up his armor, the helmet, the body, and then the top part, then the gloves and the legs, or the legs, however it is. I think it's legs first. Yeah. So you get to see that, and then of course you get like the redrawing of that modernized here, which it looks really, really cool. I really like it as well. The attention to detail on this one is nice, and how it's basically just these 2 covers together. So, either one of these is great as well. No lie, I think they are all 3 amazing covers, but I just like this one. My main aspect is just the uniformity of the fact that it says Iron Man in the top. That's it, really. The drawing is great. If you had that on the other ones, it might be a harder choice for me, but this is just my pick. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the standard. Let me show you underneath so that you can see that as well. Here you go. It says Iron Man, or the Invincible Iron Man. Very cool. Spine. And the back. He's breaking out of the chains, just busting out, So let's go ahead and see what is included, or let's jump into the book. Let's unwrap this armor, break into it, and take a look at the content inside. All right, let's unarmor ourselves to look at the Invincible Iron Man Volume 1. And, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Iron Man is not my favorite character. I just thought he was a, wannabe Batman, just in armor. God. Oh, he's another billionaire, playboy, who, is incredibly smart and built his own stuff. Yeah, he may not have, well, no, he does have daddy issues, but at least Batman ain't a drunk. Hey, listen, copycat. Anyway, the eternal question, can Iron Man beat Batman? Who's the better superhero? Of course, I'm going to put Batman in the win for the most part, but I will give Iron Man has some really cool armor. I wouldn't mind for Batman to have armor, but that would change for he would rely too much on the armor, not on his own strength. But yeah, listen, Page numbers down here, which is great. Semi-gloss standard page dimensions for the Omnis, you know, thickness-wise, so nothing too special there. Let me tell you a little bit about this book, The Golden Avengers' First Adventures. Tony Stark was a fantastically wealthy technological genius in the swinging 60s, a weapons developer with an intellect that was off the charts and the pedigree of a playboy. Yes, Tony Stark was a man who had it all. And then, fate took over. While in Vietnam showcasing new Stark munitions, he was hit by a piece of shrapnel and taken captive by enemy soldiers. In prison and living on borrowed time, his life could only be saved by a weapon of his own device. The Shakespearean dimensions of this tragic flaw would lead to many timeless Iron Man stories and one of the greatest characters in comics. But it was in these first Tales of Suspense stories where the dual nature of Tony Stark and his armored alter ego first took roots. Here we are introduced to a wide-ranging cast of characters and events that would define the life of Iron Man. Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts, these two loyal employees and more importantly loyal friends, are the series' heart and soul. Hawkeye and Black Widow. In their Marvel's debut, these characters were villains. Both are now hollowed heroes, but in these tales you can see a side of Clint and Natasha that may surprise you. Rogue's Gallery, the Crimson Dynamo, the Titanium Man, and especially the Wicked Mandarin. These baddest of the baddies put old Shellhead through his paces and then some. The many armors of Iron Man, with his reputation as a technological tinkerer, with few equals, you can bet Tony Stark wouldn't be satisfied for long with Iron Man's Armor 1.0. And in this long stretch of stories, you'll bear witness to the evolution of his iron altered ego. And in case you haven't taken a look at the credits, the stories in this collection are crafted by some of the greatest talents of Marvel's Silver Age: Stan Lee, Don Heck, Gene Colan, Jack Kirby, and Steve Ditko. In one magnificent tome, The Invincible Iron Man's Omnibus Volume 1 collects the Iron Man stories from Tales of Suspense number 39 to 83, plus a crossover appearance in Tales of Astonish number 82, all carefully restored to match the original comics. This is Iron Man in all of the flashy four-color glory and in a format that shows him off at his blockbuster best. So that's really cool. Especially with the 3 covers available, this reprint is actually really cool if you are a fan of Iron Man and want to get the first, I guess, you know, his origin in a way. You see that you hear the pages, they're crackling, or they're the separation of them because this is a brand new book. Oh, that sound! Listen, somebody needs to do an ASMR of just the sounds of Omnis, the creaks, the cracks, the wrinkles, the snaps. Ooh, yeah, bro. Oh, I got shivers on my spine. All right, but this, the colors on this look great. You know, I'll give you that. Iron Man's color scheme is really cool. I like it. I do like the fact that he upgrades his armor all the time. I know Batman upgrades his batsuit too a lot, but it's kind of standard fare. Like, he doesn't really get, like, let's say, armored anything. Iron Man can play around with it a lot, but still be Iron Man, so that's great. And you get to see some of the really cool color, you know, choices that they picked there. Look at all the purples and all that pop, the vibrant. You know how they did, like, for example, here, the electricity. You saw how it was drawn out. Like, you don't have, like, now digital comics, it's easier to do that sort of, like, effects for, like, lightning and glowing and stuff like that. So I definitely like that. But seeing them do it back then, very cool to see. So let's see if there's any extras in this. There he is bidding the more. Oof, these pages are making their... Okay, so we have a little bit of extras, as you can see. Maybe like 30, 40 pages, possibly. Maybe a little more. You get some of the afterwards by Stan Lee, by Nick Caputo, so that's very cool. You get some of the covers that we see here. Some of the black and whites. There you go. The Mandarin. I always thought the Mandarin was a interesting character. Do you guys like what the Marvel Cinematic Universe is doing with him, where he's more like, you know, it's not 10 rings, he's not magical, it's more like, you know, it's kind of magic. You know what? It is kind of magic, I'm not going to lie. but then like they're like, oh, they're from a different like universe or something like that, or from outer space, stuff like that. You get some of the cover, or all of the covers, so that's really cool. You get to see them all. Very nice. This is the Black Knight as well again. There you go. I like, oh yeah, that's the one that the other DM. Oh, nice, very nice. I like that. And then of course this standard cover, which is my pick for this one. So there you go, guys. Let me know which of the covers you prefer for it. I know, you know, you can go with the original Old School by Kirby, which is great. And then, of course, the remake of that one right there. You know, you really got, we really are spoiled with covers for it. Like I said, my choice is this one. But you guys let me know which you prefer. Which one do you think are the coolest one? I'm really partial to this one now, looking at it. But yeah, check these out at Organic Price Books. Get them before they're gone. And I will see you in the next one.